New developments tonight from Ferguson, Missouri. For nearly 2 weeks, law enforcement there were locked in street battles with some violent protesters. And tonight we are told the city is facing a $200 million lawsuit as a result. Joining me now, Ferguson, Missouri Mayor James Knowles. Mr. Mayor, good to see you tonight. And so now we are told that the Black Lawyers for Justice, tomorrow we understand, will be filing a $200 million class action on behalf of the protesters against you, the Ferguson police, and some others in your town in connection with those protests. Your reaction?
Well, I think the lawsuit is addressing the issue of the use of force on the protest and some of the allegations that were made as far as the types of weaponry that was used, the concern about the militarization of the police department. None of that really had anything to do with the city of Ferguson because our police department does not have that equipment. We're not armed with that equipment, and so there's a lot of misconceptions from day one about who was using this equipment on the protesters and on the rioters. So
the response is it
I'm
wasn't
not concerned that that's going to be right. I'm not concerned because it wasn't us. So
okay, let's move on. Second point. Now there are reports out today. The St. Louis County Executive has raised the idea of a federal bailout for Ferguson businesses, and has actually met with U.S. Senator Roy Blunt of Missouri to discuss the disbursement of federal aid to these Ferguson businesses that suffered. Now, with all due respect to your town and the businesses that suffered as a result of the looting and the protesting and so on, why is that the problem of the American taxpayer?
Well, actually right now, the Regional Business Council, the St. Louis Economic Development Partnership, and other regional business leaders have pledged money and raised money to help these businesses get back on their feet. So
$1 million.
Right now we have a lot of people in the St. Louis region committed to helping these businesses get back on their feet. We're not sure where we're going to be at as far as the total loss, but right now people in St. Louis are stepping up, and we very much appreciate that.
Do you think that the feds, that the American taxpayer should step in to make up the difference?
I'm not sure that there's going to be a difference yet, and so I think I'm going to withhold judgment until we see where we're at.
Why should viewers sitting down in Florida or out there in Wyoming have to pay for what we saw happen in Ferguson with the looting and the businesses that lost money?
Well, clearly this, I will say it again, this issue didn't start in Ferguson. There's a lot of concerns and a lot of frustrations, I think, that have been expressed across the country. So I can understand the ask where they think that maybe this is a much larger issue than the city of Ferguson, but I'm not asking for that yet.
I got it. It's not you.
Clearly, we're
last
moving
question
forward.
for you.
Yeah.
Last question. So this Missouri State Senator Jamila Nasheed, a Democrat from St. Louis, once again, she doubled down on her earlier threat of the rioting that will happen if the county prosecutor is not removed. This time, she's warning the governor. Is this appropriate?
It's not anything I would expect out of an elected official. We're all in this together. The St. Louis region is in this together. The state of Missouri. This is tough on all of us. And so I would hope that as we seek justice, as we see the process play out, that we'd be trying to work together in a positive manner and not try to create more concerns of unrest.
Yeah, Mr. Mayor, I only have 20 seconds left, but it seems like things have calmed down in the city. Is it true?
Yes, absolutely, and much of it has calmed down since the press has left. So much of the city is getting back to normal, and our citizens are relieved for that.
Point taken. Thank you, sir. Good to see you.
Thank you.
We'll be right back. Plus, Hannity at the top of the hour.